This video briefly discusses social media statements that may be shocking to some viewers. Viewer discretion is advised. Thanks for joining us on The Final Takeaway. Today we're turning the spotlight on a Guyanese woman named Jennifer Ali, who is believed to have aggravated the grief of Adriana Young's family by calling the now deceased girl a thing via a social media post. Speaking ill of the dead might be considered disrespectful or immoral in many cultures, while most people would think twice about saying unkind things about the deceased. Due to their internal moral compass, Jennifer Ali has shown that she's bereft of moral fortitude when it comes to those who have passed on. Well, at least when it comes to Adriana Young. The main question is why? Why did Jennifer Ali do this? Her social media comments and overall conduct may constitute cyberbullying and an ethnically driven hate crime. The Ethnic Relations Commission, the ERC, has since stepped in and condemned Ali's action, calling her post, quote, vile, reprehensible, and deeply offensive to Young's family. While this is a positive step in the right direction, the public cannot and will not ignore the fact that the ERC only intervened after widespread condemnation of Ali's comments and public calls to hold her accountable for cyberbullying, and only after social critics compared the ERC's action against the local Guyanese singer, Baby Skello. We're going to highlight only some of what Jennifer Ali said, since most of it is too graphic for our channel. Then we'll compare her case to singer Baby Skello's in terms of how the ERC, the police, and the court system dealt with his case. If you like this video so far, share and subscribe to our channel for more engaging content like this. Thank you. Let's review a few of Ali's comments first. This one says, Y'all de Lulu to think the thing was murder. It drowned. Get over. The parents gotta make money off of it now because why not? As you may know, a lot of people have voluntarily contributed to the family via a GoFundMe drive to help with the autopsy and funeral expenses. Now, there's a lot of drama over the money raised and allegations of strangers receiving money through unauthorized GoFundMe pages, and the family has been accused of trying to profit from their grief. But let's stay focused here. We're talking about Jennifer Ali's mischievous and vile conduct against this family, who is grieving the loss of a child, a daughter, a granddaughter, a sister, a niece. Here's another one of Jennifer Ali's comments, which says, but out of joke and fun, where is Granny? I ain't see Granny in America. As a matter of fact, I didn't see her back since she granddaughter died. Maybe she feels guilty? Okay guys, now some individuals, for whatever reason, blamed Adriana's grandmother for her death. We're not going to get into that in this content. The grandmother was not treated as a suspect by the police. So we'll leave that right there until such time if and when, okay? Okay, now, let's take a look at another one of Jennifer Ali's comments. Quote, bhojnarinebhola needs to sue the family for damages, defamation of character, and trauma. Note that Bola is the owner of the hotel where Adriana lost her life and was recovered in the swimming pool on the same premises. He was also a main suspect in the case. According to the police, Bola was arrested and had to take a DNA test to determine if he was or was not involved in any way. Here's another post by Jennifer, and this is the last one we'll look at. She posted a photo of Adriana's mother with a caption mocking the mom. Quote, grieving mother, followed by laughing emojis. Now you know what? This situation is so disturbing to many Guyanese, but it draws attention to the discrepancies between the treatment of certain individuals in Guyana versus others by certain institutions. And in this case, we're focusing on the response or lack of response by the Ethnic Relations Commission in Guyana. Well, until June 16, when it finally came out and issued a statement condemning Ali's social media comments that targeted Adriana's family. Let's move on from these horrid and repulsive comments, shall we? Pause and put yourself in the shoes of Adriana's parents and her relatives, but her parents especially, because this is their daughter. How would you feel if this were you? Can you imagine the psychological harm these statements have caused the family? Clearly, Jennifer Ali targeted Adriana and her grieving relatives to defend the hotel owner bhojnarinebhola, who was or is still a suspect in the girl's death, regardless of whether the police hurried up and prematurely closed the case. Regardless of Jennifer's motives, she has displayed a strong lack of empathy for the dead and the grieving family. With respect to the ERC, last we checked, the commission summoned Jennifer Ali to a meeting to discuss the vile comments she posted on her Facebook page. In a June 16 press release, the commission stated that it is, quote, appalled that during a time of mourning, such vile and hateful expressions were publicly shared, further inflicting pain on a family already burdened by tragic loss. These actions violate the basic standards of decency and mutual respect that are essential to maintaining harmony in our multi-ethnic society. The ERC also said it officially opened a formal case into this matter and, quote, intends to engage Miss Jennifer Ali. She's being requested to report to the commission to address the content and intent of her remarks. There's only one intention this lady could have had: to hurt. It was intentional and repetitive, which cuts to aggravation. The intent was calculating. It was to hurt Adriana's family while defending Bhojnarinebhola, who, by the way, was arrested and freed for the homicide of Sadiq Juman back in 2012. I digressed, but let's continue. Drawing a contrast between the prosecution of singer Baby Skello for his degrading song lyrics about the Hindu goddess Mahalakshmi, a section of the Guyanese public called out the ERC for, quote, ethnic bias. They took note that Baby Skello, whose real name is Daniel Wharton, was singled out for punishment because of his African descent. While Guyana has a long-standing ethnic division problem, the issue here remains that a child's memory is being desecrated by Jennifer Ali, whose motive is nothing short of vile. And why was Ali allowed to cyberbully Adriana's family for so long without the authorities stepping in to stop her? There is a cybercrime unit in Guyana, a whole cybercrime unit set up to deal with cyberbullying. And this woman was allowed to carry on and on for weeks, and nothing, not from the police, the ERC, or the cybercrime unit. Now you can see why people are thinking this has to do with ethnic bias. Tell us what you think in the comment section below. As soon as Baby Skello's song hit the airwaves, the song was condemned as blasphemous. He was strongly ridiculed, forced to take the song out of circulation, and make an apology to the Hindu community of Guyana. But that wasn't enough. The Hindu community petitioned and potentially pressured the Ethnic Relations Commission to make Baby Skello face the full force of the law. He was eventually charged and remanded to jail on June 13, 2025. After public outcry, the singer was granted $45,000 bail. The ERC has accomplished its plans for Baby Skello. In a May 8th statement, the organization promised to, quote, explore all legal avenues available under the laws of Guyana in addressing this matter. Discussions are underway with the relevant authorities to determine appropriate legal action and ensure accountability. End of quote. As for Jennifer Ali, she had free rein to speak ill of Adriana as well as her family members for weeks. This was despite widespread public outcry and calls for her to stop it. The ERC caved to pressure and finally stepped in on June 16, 2025. They condemned Ali's comments against the late Adriana Young and her family as vile and reprehensible. You may want to know why the ERC matter and why their intervention is important. Well, the ERC is a government institution. It has been established to promote positive relationships and understanding between different ethnic groups in Guyana. Its mission includes actively working to get rid of discrimination based on ethnicity and ensuring equal opportunities and treatment for all citizens. The organization says it seeks to identify and address hate speech, disinformation, and other forms of online negativity, and it remains committed to promoting mutual respect for all ethnic and religious groups in Guyana. Taking all the current facts regarding Baby Skello and Jennifer Ali into consideration, do you think this was fair? Do you think the ERC is selective in its mandate to promote harmony among all ethnic groups in Guyana? Fairness and justice demand that the laws, the rules, the policies be applied equitably across all groups at all times, no exception. And this is whether we're talking about the ERC, the police, or the court system. Otherwise, they're all failing miserably in their mission to protect Guyanese. Magistrate Judylatchman, who remanded baby Skello to jail, caught a great deal of flack from political and legal officials for her decision. Minister of Education and Attorney-at-Law Priya Manikchand and attorneys-at-law Sage Gunraj and Ronald Daniels felt that remanding baby Skello to jail was like a form of punishment even before any formal punishment under the law. In a social media post, Manikchand called out the justice system as inconsistent in applying the laws. And she's not the only person that feels this way. She was just bold enough to come out and say it. Many individuals interpreted her statements as defending the singer's vulgar choice of words against the Hindu goddess. Manikchand's statement led to backlash and, according to the minister, cyberbullying by a social media personality called Guyanese Critic. Just a quick recap about Adriana Young. Young was only 11 years old when she succumbed under suspicious circumstances at the Doubleday Hotel in Guyana, sometime between April 23rd and 24th, 2025. The family is still coming to terms with her death, which they believed resulted from a crime at the hotel owned or managed by Bhojnarinebhola. And before we go, just in case you're looking for Jennifer Ali's comments on social media, on Facebook particularly, up to the time of creating this video, her Facebook profile had disappeared from public view. We can't say for sure if she voluntarily took it down or Facebook administrators removed her account. Well, that's all we have for now. Thanks for watching. Stay safe.